heart of a warrior. What does it mean to be one? Determination, aggressiveness, overcoming. Teams depend on these hungry souls. It takes more than just strength. It takes more than just practice. There are so many warriors out there. So we return to crown a new champion. So squad up.
Looking for two, here comes Mythic around the corner. Great time out of fresh, he doesn't finish the kill. They got killed towards the point. 5 more seconds is all that...
It's match day.
In the driver's seat of the series, but if Monolithic wants to make that change, now is a good time to start. Out of Knights Templar, a free 40 seconds, now another 15. They're gonna get basically a full 60 on P4. Get out, I work it out. And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
Hope is hope right now. Oh, Lord. Oh,
Feed him, 7 league, season 3 thus far. God damn it, I'm hyped. K7, you just got a treat here.
And welcome back, everybody. Of course, it is season 6 here. I am Edu, joined by the wonderful Kimchi the Goon, and we have some immaculate gameplay to be watching today, as it's going to be Orlando versus Vovin. And I'm pretty hyped here. Kimchi, we're sponsored by Gorilla, and I need to know, how hyped are you to be back here at K7 League?
You know what, man? I mean, I love me to watch some K7 matches. You know, they always so fun to watch. You know, I mean, the competition is always so high between, you know, all of these teams. And honestly, man, I just cannot wait to see what all these squads here in season are going to be able to do. So let's go ahead and just start things off. Let's go ahead and take a look at the maps and modes here to just start things off. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the Vovin roster to start things off.
Let's bounce around. Yeah, Vovin's roster here, definitely some people that we like to see. Vovin for sure has been having a decent time recently, so I'm excited to see how they've been able to compete here and hopefully keep it going, because obviously they're up against a rival of theirs that they've had to battle time and time again, being Orlando Outlaws at that. So I'm a little bit worried that, you know, if they're not on their A game today, this rivalry is just going to kick them back down.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, man. I mean, obviously both of these guys have been at each other's necks. You know, they want to be sure to show off, you know, what skill that they have, man. And I got to say, you know, between the 8 players here, they obviously have a lot of great skill overall. I've seen Seno, I've seen Cats. They've all been able to perform very well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Orlando roster here, see what they're rocking with here, as we see Parrish, Poison, Malice, and Seiki. I've seen some of these guys around, and I could definitely say that this is definitely going to be a very competitive match for sure. You know, I mean, all these guys pretty much know a lot about each other, and they know damn well that they're going to put the best, they're going to have the best performances possible, man. So, you know, this definitely is looking to be a very competitive bout between both of these squads, and honestly, man, I just cannot wait to see what they're capable of doing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the roster here for Orlando Outlaws, I'm just hoping that if you got a teammate named Parrish, that you're not going to perish. These guys should know what they're doing. Of course, talk about the maps now. We've seen the players. I just want to see how we can look at this maps and modes on the screen, sponsored and presented by Get Good Technologies. But where are they getting good? That's right, Embassy as the double up at the start for Hardpoint and S&D. Now, Kimchi, walk me through, what are your thoughts on Hardpoint, Embassy, and then give me a little rundown on that Search and Destroy Embassy. But what exactly should we be looking forward to on this first map?
All right, so obviously when it comes to Embassy, the main, I think, thing you got to obviously focus on here are those big power positions that are being held over all of the hard points, man. I mean, there's a lot of big power positions, you know, especially in top office. You got the AR. If you have a good AR sitting there, it's basically impossible for anyone to cross through mid, man, especially when you have someone sitting through Xbox when you're trying to push onto tennis. You're not going to be able to get through anything, man. You're not going to be able to do much. You know, it goes both with Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, man. I mean, having an AR, a good AR presence throughout the map is definitely the name of the game here. So really, that's the main thing that I'm looking for between both of these squads, is who have the stronger AR players, which ARs are going to be able to really stand out and take control of the map that, you know, they should be able to take control of. You know, I mean, again, this is basically an AR's playground here, and this is pretty much where they're going to shine the most, I would say, out of all the maps here. So, you know, that's really what I'm looking for here for both of the Embassy and both the Hardpoint and the Search and Destroy.
Yeah, absolutely. I will also point out, back in Season 5, you know, me and you casted quite a bit, and I gotta point out one thing. Embassy had a lot of those players bringing out the snipers, and honestly, it backed up onto that. So I'm hoping that we can see that. Definitely, it will come out during the S&D. Not quite sure about the hard point, considering that is a much more mobile kind of map play style. So you're gonna have to get yourself an AR in your hands and really run it down. But of course, you know, that's what we're going to be expecting to see soon. But let's talk about the other maps we got here. Obviously, if Embassy doesn't go well, this is a best of 5. They can always bring it back, starting on Hotel on Control. Now, we saw so much Hotel in Season 5. I think it was the most picked map out of anything we casted.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like every team, generally speaking, should have a pretty good knowledge of Hotel. They should know exactly how they need to play it, and especially with Control, B is just the name of the game here, man. I mean, obviously, you could just go to A, and if you're on attacking, that should pretty much be the easy extra minute on the time. You shouldn't have to worry about, you know, not getting the A side here. But, I mean, the main thing is obviously getting B, and you see a lot of teams kind of try and take it in different positions. You know, sometimes you see the attacking team decide to go for that full flank around and try and find the players there. Sometimes they will just go straight for top bedroom control and try and take it from the front, and usually that would be the better route to take, generally speaking. Top bedroom is just one of the most important positions in that B side, and if you do not have it, regardless of you're attacking or defending, it's gonna pretty much be difficult for you. You know, you gotta have top bedroom control, and if you don't have it, that round is going to fly by, and it's not going to come into your favor whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is what we can expect over there on Hotel, especially with Control. But if you're on Hotel, it's either going to be Control or S&D. So we're going to have to see that first game on Embassy S&D to really see how these players really like to, you know, feel the land there. But let's talk about the final unique map, the third one here, Mercado. Now, I watched a lot of Mercado. It was actually in, I believe, the finals of Season 5, a very prominent map. So I'm hoping that we can see, you know, all of that very run and gun goodness that Call of Duty has been come to known for, but also on a map like Mercado, I just know that there is bloodshed in the merchant streets, and I gotta know your thoughts here, Kimchi.
Well, with Mercado, obviously, you know, that being probably one of the maps that have the most hills in the entirety of the map pool here, man. I mean, honestly, you gotta just be on top of your rotations. I think every map, I would say, every hardpoint map, probably besides Hotel, has its kind of own shtick to it. And I say with Mercado, it's definitely rotations. You have 8 hills that you gotta rotate to, and you gotta make sure that you're on top of it. So whoever's a stronger rotation team here between both of these squads, whether that be Vovin or Orlando Reapers, I mean, it's probably going to, you know, be them taking this map here. And that's really where you're going to probably want to aim for. Say if you don't, you know, win the first map or the search and destroy or the control, maybe that hard point in Mercado is really where it's going to be at here. But man, you know, there's a lot of close range hills. There's a lot of difficult hills to hold if you're not rotating early. So that's really what we got to see here from these squads if we do make it to that map 4.
Yeah, and I also will point out, it's if they make it a map 4, as you kind of hinted that there. And I don't even know if we're going to get to that map 5. It's pretty rare here. But, of course, with those maps now being stated, with what we know about how these guys are going to be competing, you know, I'd love to just see what these guys can be doing to really just square off against each other. So right now, the standings, as you know, it's the first game. Everybody's on a clean slate here. We do have some teams. So let's talk about overall standings, though, because, you know, of course, we do have all of these teams in the roster here, and let's talk about who's going to be competing, who we see, who's familiar. All the new players are here. One name that always stands out to me is Nola Flight and Final Form. Those guys were big heavy hitters in the starting game of Season 5. So what are your thoughts seeing all these different teams here?
I gotta say, man, you know, I wasn't able to really get a good look of the rosters, but I've seen a lot of top teams here, man, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty scary. Another name that I've really noticed here is Team Mist, which I've been seeing around the scene, and they've always been able to have a lot of great top performances. So I cannot wait to see, you know, what their roster is looking like here. And another one that kind of stands out to me is Vanguard Gaming. And the thing about Vanguard is that, you know, I originated from Vanguard Gaming. They were the OG org that I was a part of, and so, you know, it's great to see them here. I hope to be able to cast them in one of these, you know, days, man, because I mean, it's just honestly great to see them. I would love to see what roster they're looking for here and what they're, you know, capable of doing. But obviously, we're not focusing on them. We're focusing on Vovin versus Orlando Outlaws here, and that's really what the two teams that we're going to be seeing. And yeah, this is the first matchup. So obviously, both teams, they want to try and start off as strong as possible here, and they want to make sure that they have the best possible record that they could. And, you know, based off of what I can tell, these probably are going to be the two top teams in their division. So definitely something to really pay attention to. One of these teams might go undefeated. Who knows, man? I mean, Call of Duty is such an unpredictable esport. You don't really know who's going to take it or who's not. You know, there's always upsets happening all over the place. So you know, I just honestly cannot wait to see what those two teams have to offer, and, you know, see if they can really provide a good performance in the division.
Yeah, and currently we are playing in the Division Bravo right now, but back to Division Alpha, you pointed out Team Mist there, and over on the AWL, if you guys don't know, Amateur World League, I remember they actually were the champions there, so the fact that they're also competing here at the K7 Season 6, brought to you by Grilla, let's hope that they can, you know, play a pretty decent game here. But of course, in this Bravo team, Neoteric Gaming and Treaty Gaming. I honestly want to see what they can do, but right now we are going to be getting hopefully into that lobby soon to take a look at Orlando Outlaws versus Vovin Esports. And this is the time that I set aside for everyone here. Give me your predictions. If you're in chat, tell us what's going on. If we have, you know, what are your predictions, Kimchi? Who do you think is going to be taking this, as it is blank slate, zeros across the board? Who's taking the first W?
I mean, I gotta say, yeah, I think Vovin is the roster that I am more familiar with here. Between them and Orlando Outlaws, they seem to have the better looking squad. But I mean, hey man, I mean, I can't say whether or not Outlaws are going to be able to perform or not. You know, I think obviously with them having this rivalry, you know, this definitely could be a very competitive match. You know, I mean, obviously there's a lot more to it than just simple Call of Duty. You know, these guys want to not just, you know, have a decent record in their division. They want to beat each other, man. And that's, I think, something that, you know, really drives players into wanting to compete and wanting to be at their best. So I think both of these teams are going to put out the best performances. And honestly, I'm gonna say it. I think this could go to Game 5. I think this could absolutely go to a Game 5, and I'm really hoping that is the case, because I think that would really be a fun series to watch for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope that it is going to go to a Game 5, because that means we got a lot of Call of Duty to be watching out for. And hopefully with the more Call of Duty being played, it kind of sets the stage here for Season 6. Because here at K7 League, we want to see only the best of the kind of gameplay here. But my camera's all messed up. Uh-oh. No, hey, if I become a robot, that's all right. But anyways, with that being said, I want to see the best kind of gameplay for us today, as we are hopefully going to be jumping in soon. But with that in mind, first map is going to be Embassy. It's going to be starting in a minute here. So we will be right back in the game with a little bit of fun time to stick around, hopefully. All right, and now I believe we are going to be getting right into this. So hopefully get some fun. Kimchi, how are you doing right now? Are you excited for Embassy?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what these ARs have to offer here in this map 1. Obviously, this is where they really are going to be able to shine here, and you know that's what we're really got to be paying attention to, because this is really where they'll be able to have the best possible performance that they can. And you know, if they're not able to start off here, great. I mean, it could definitely affect them in the long run, because I mean, we are going back to Embassy for that map 2, so I mean, they got to be able to be ready for what is possible, and we should be heading into this very, very soon.
Yeah, we should be. Let's take a look at that beautiful B-roll footage that I know Heroes got lined up for us on the map. And of course, everybody, we gotta get this ready. If you want to support K7 here at Season 6 as we are getting underway, make sure to check out some of our sponsors, especially Gorilla. They help out with the rosters, they help out with the brackets. If you want to help out, make sure to check them out over at Gorilla.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, gotta support your leagues, man. Gotta support your leagues. That's the main thing that we all gotta do here, man. You know, it's the one thing that runs Call of Duty, and we gotta make sure that we're as supportive as possible. But let's go ahead, starting off here on the side of Orlando Outlaws, seeing what Parrish is going to be able to do as it's going to be making his way over towards P1, grabbing some of this time here. But obviously the main focus from this map is going to be heading over towards P2, making sure you're locking that down. You see Cat's already trying to find Sakai, who is going to get taken down by Seno. Nice little two-piece there. Amity able to find another one, and that's going to be a second kill there. Nice, great kills coming in from the side of Vovin as they're basically taking over this map, and they have the P2 rotation already set up here. A decent start for the side of Vovin for sure.
Yeah, they have been mowing these players down. Every time you get one, you get the trade. And look at honestly, Seno here and Amity doing a clean job. The streak on Seno, 3 currently. And honestly, I think we'll be able to keep this streak going as it gets to 4. And hopefully they will be able to maybe call in that info if they can and get this team going, because they're already doing a clean job on this hard point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're just, you know, locking everything down, and Cats, oh my god, able to find 3 right there. Seno on the 4 spree has yet to die. I mean, they are just absolutely frying right now. A very hot start for the side of Vovin, and just like that, Parrish going to be able to at least find Cats, take him off of the streak there, and try and maybe get some of that pressure off of the map, but you still see Seno holding it down, watching mid, finds one, finds a second. I mean, I'm telling you, man, these ARs are what's really going to get you these points and get you this massive lead. And we are seeing that right now. Seno on a 6 spree, able to get that cruise missile in his back pocket, and he's just locking everything down, man. I mean, you cannot chow this kid whatsoever with the AR.
Yeah, I mean, just the way that the positioning has been working out beautifully for the first point of this hard point, it's working wonders. But I'm looking over here, and it's gonna be a pistol kill, 2 of them. And these guys are going to get cleaned up, but the score 64-7, not looking too hot here. But hopefully when that hard point is going to rotate, they might be able to maybe get their foot up onto Vovin Esports here.
Yeah, they at least, Orlando Outlaws, at least they have the rotation heading into P3. They can still kind of make their way back into this series as long as they are able to do so. But Seno already going to be calling in that cruise missile, seeing what he can find here. Not going to get much, at least maybe get some information, push them back into that orange, and make sure that they are not on that point. It's going to be all up to the Malice here, who's going to get locked down and shut down by Yuria just like that. It is just simple and easy. Yuria also looking to get the streak. Oh, it gets taken down just like that. It is back and forth action here, but it is still Vovin who have the lead. Orlando Outlaws are at least able to maybe grab some time here. We'll have to see about that. The nade coming in from Sendo. More pistol kills coming in from Amity. Oh my goodness. Haven't seen a lot of pistol kills that much in, you know, these series, man. But I gotta say, a lot's happening right now, but Vovin still have a grand lead up against Orlando Outlaws.
Yeah, they have pretty much an entire points lead here, and unfortunately for Orlando Outlaws, they're not going to be able to pick up the pace unless they can shut down players like Seno, Amity, and everyone really is the top threat here. They are just so consistent in getting their wins. Look at that. Beautiful timing to push this out, and it's the concussion that's going to be able to clean this up. But if you're going to get one, you're going to have to get them all, because there's always a trade around the corner. And talk about around the corner, it's Seno here, 3 streak again, building this up as they are on the point and will not give it up easily.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I'm not really sure what Poison was really aiming at there. He was checking corners that he really doesn't need to check. I mean, everyone's at P4. I don't really see what he's trying to look for there, but I mean, either way, Vovin's still holding things down here. You're 13-5, 12-3 from Seno as well. They are just absolutely doing some great stuff. And with Vovin crossing that 100-point mark, everything. Usually the thing that I like to do is whenever a team gets to the 100-point mark, I would like to go into a listening with them. So I think with Vovin, they're going to be able to make it to that 100-point mark. So I think it's safe to say that we should be heading into that listening with Vovin, see how their comms are sounding like right now, especially with how this lead is going. Let's head into a listening with Vovin Esports.
You went back alley, back alley.
Back.
Back alley dead. Nice, nice. That's one dead, that's one dead. I reach out. He's gonna be close right. Orange. Red. They have to hit red, I have back alley, I have back alley in P2, I have back alley in P2.
Yo, I'm going top embassy, S1 embassy. I'm going top embassy.
You want the... Nice, Casino. I have P2, I have P2. Nice, I have your front. Yo, close your gas doors.
P1 on you, yep. 3.
Close your gas doors, he's hitting it. Hitting gas now, help him.
I'm going top embassy.
4 again. They're spawning P2.
P1 on me. P1 dead. Xbox. Xbox one shot. I think one might be top paper.
Xbox.
Oh,
That's one sign. One S1 on me. S1 dead.
Keep holding launcher, Logan.
Xbox.
Order me dead.
Xbox dead. I'm going top paper.
Somebody grab cat. I'll get time. I'll get time. I'll get your cat. Don't worry. You can't pitch it.
One's under me. Embassy.
P2 truck.
One S1.
Wow. One thing I will point out, especially if you were listening in, here's what we listen for as casters, as analysts. You're listening for how these guys are able to completely zone each other's comms perfectly. They know where each other are on the map without even needing a mini-map. That's what you need to be seeing there. And the fact that they were calm, collected, and there was no filler. It was exactly what needed to be said when they needed to be saying it. And now I can expect that is why they're so ahead of the team of Orlando Outlaws. But what are your thoughts, Kimchi?
I mean, I think it's just overall, they have great coordination as a squad. I mean, their slaying power and trading ability is just on top right now. Orlando Outlaws really failing to get a lot done here. I mean, you see Malice 8-20, Poison just about break 10 kills right now. I mean, you know, slaying power is really not on their side, on the side of Orlando Outlaws. Got to see a little bit better performances there, but either way, they're at least going to try and keep some time away from the side of Vovin. The nade's going to come in, accidental team kill there from the side of Cats, but either way, they're just going to be able to hop back right onto the Malice, holding down mid. He finds one onto the Seno, but going to get quickly taken down, and that's exactly what I'm talking about there. But Parrish, nasty two-piece there, trying to stay alive. Unfortunately, does get naded out by Uriah, who picks up another two-piece just like that. I mean, he picks up 3. I mean, can someone get a trade on this guy? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, this is just what we're seeing here. Vovin are just untradeable right now, and they are just absolutely frying. I mean, Orlando Outlaws really need to start stepping things up.
Yeah, obviously this is the first map of Hardpoint, and if this shows anything, it's that if you are in those fights, you're gonna have to get trades early. But look at Cats, clean shot down to trade out your teammate. Every time someone on Vovin dies, immediately we see the trade, but cannot be said the same for Orlando. And here we go, Uriah still on that streak now, building it back up. This is the person who's at the top, taking over Senos. You're 23-11, and hopefully continuing that going. But honestly, 2 players above 20, while the enemy's Orlando Outlaws cannot even compete right now.
Yeah, they're really struggling. I mean, it's like Vovin just playing on an entirely different level right now, and they're just trying their best to hop onto these hills, man. But it's really not happening. They're just getting shut down left, right, and center. At least for now, they're going to be able to at least get the break-in onto P3, get some time here, you know. But I mean, Vovin already closing in near the end of this hard point, so they got to really start trying to chain these hills together on the side of Orlando Outlaws if they do want to see this map come into their favor a little bit. But I mean, with the way that Vovin is playing right now, man, I don't know if that's going to really be the case here. Heading into P4, they already have a setup here for P4. They're already all prepared for whatever push Orlando Outlaws has to offer for them here, and it's already going to be looking troublesome.
Yeah, they have managed to play this out perfectly. Ever since they took that lead of grabbing first point, they haven't really wanted to give that up. And unfortunately, that last point, they did have to. And then they'll just immediately pick it back up at P4. But look at that. Beautiful aim. The tracking from Amity doing the best. But it's all about these guys to re-hit the site. And that is another double down for Seno. And there it is. But finally, we're just seeing them getting massacred in an alleyway like they're Batman's parents. Now, let's see if they can do it again, though, as they need to find these shots in.
I mean, wow. He could have said it better. I mean, Vovin are really just not allowing Orlando Outlaws to get anything going right now, man. I mean, they've crossed the 200-point mark. If Outlaws aren't able to contest it here, it's gonna... Vovin are probably like going to be like, what, 10 points away from getting the victory here. I mean, Outlaws at least have this rotation heading into P5, but I mean, let's be honest, they haven't been able to hold a decent hill for, I don't think the entirety of this game. So we got to see something step up here. And I got to say, with Yuri and Seno having the highest KDs, they're also picking up the most time for their squad. So they're really just doing God's work right now for the side of Vovin Esports. I mean, you just love to see it here. And let's see how this break is going to go. It looks like it is going to be a 2-2 split. Seno able to pick up the trade there, but is going to get quickly taken down. Yuri able to find one in the back, able to find a second one. Don't tell me he's going to get another 3-piece Malice. You got to find this guy here. And oh, unfortunately, going to get taken down once again. 10 more seconds remaining on the clock. Vovin Esports, all they need to do is hold this down for a little bit longer. Find these next couple of players here. It's all blue on the kill feed right now. Malice having to be the one to step it up, but he's not even anywhere close to the hard point. Vovin start off with a absolute fire map 1.
Yeah, and I like how you pointed out the kind of KD that we were seeing there from Seno and Yuria. You know, the thing is, you're going to have the most time played because they're the guys who are staying alive the longest, and you're playing on the site, so those kills are just going to be coming right through those doors at you. And look at that. I mean, it's just beautiful crossfire, beautiful ways to play it, but nearly 2 minutes of hill time for 2 players is immaculate, and you compare that to the lowest player at 15 seconds. You have the people that are definitely doing a good job spreading themselves out to get these picks in, but that was map 1 there, and now we're gonna do it again on Embassy, but this time on Search and Destroy. So Kimchi, you know, with how we just saw Vovin, any changes to your predictions? Because you thought this was going to map 1. I would say we might be seeing a best of 3 sweep, you know.
Man, I mean, I gotta say, a little bit disappointed, to be honest. I was hoping that this would be a little bit more of a competitive map 1 here, but I mean, just looking at how, you know, Vovin played that, it really, they again, Orlando Outlaws were just not able to get a lot done at all, man. I mean, they weren't picking up trades properly. They didn't have good map control. I mean, the ARs on the side of Vovin were just unbelievable. Outstanding ARs that, you know, Vovin has, and it's like, it's really hard to go up against good ARs in a map like Embassy. Again, you know, what I had mentioned before the map 1 had started is that, you know, ARs in these power positions are really what are going to shine here, and that's exactly what we saw. That's exactly what we saw. The ARs on the side of Vovin really just took it over and just shut them down, and really, Orlando was really not able to get a lot done there, man, and it was just... Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it was just because they were playing a little bit too slow against Vovin, and I gotta see a better performance in the Search and Destroy. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I will also point out is the only points that Orlando really got were the points that were given up by the side of Vovin. But of course, you know, as that is only game 1, I want to see something different. It's a different game mode for 1, and it's going to be a different tactic of playing, because Search and Destroy, it's slow and methodical. Hard point, hold W, click on their heads, move that stick down, and make sure to tap the trigger button. It's exactly what you need to be seeing here, and we just have to have them be able to finish off that damage and really seal this deal. But I need to see how they're going to be able to branch themselves out a bit and hopefully get these guys ready to just get in this game and prove that Orlando is not going to be 3 feet under and 3 games down. So honestly, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen next here. As I don't know, is there any prediction that you could say, Kimchi, regarding the weapon choices that these guys are going to be bringing? I already talked a little bit about the snipers.
I mean, you know, again, heading back into Embassy, ARs was really what's going to be at play here, and we saw how Vovin was able to really take control of the map. Obviously, maybe with Search and Destroy, it would help out Orlando a little bit. You know, maybe the slower play style, the slower just pacing of the mode will, you know, be able to really suit them. But I mean, it's just, they got to be prepared with what Vovin's going to be throwing at them, man. I mean, it's just, they are a much faster paced team than the Orlando Outlaws are currently. And so they just got to try and figure out how to go up against them. So yeah.
And let's see if they are going to be good enough against it. This is, of course, a big day here for Vovin and Outlaws. Whoever takes this is going to be pretty happy about their standing so far, being at the very start of the game. But let's take a look at this beautiful B-roll we're seeing brought to us by Grilla here. So, of course, if you guys want to support the stream, make sure to drop a follow or head on over to Grilla itself, as we are going to hop right in and see how these players are going to be able to beat each other up while it is Search and Destroy.
Yeah, and let's see how things are going to start off here. Obviously, Vovin going to be over towards the defensive side. Got to try and see how Orlando Outlaws are going to start things off, as Amity already going to be able to find the first kill there to start off, finding Parrish on the other side, already putting in the pressure. Nice nade, though, able to find Sentinel, even things out, but you see the sniper play coming in there, and just like that, it's all left up to Sakai, all by himself in the 1v3 to start things off, and not a really hot start for the side of Orlando Outlaws. Let's see how Sakai can really try and get something done here.
I mean, they got the first blood, but unfortunately, they're the ones bleeding dry, as it's just going to be that 1v3. And stuck inside of one part of this building, let's see if they're going to be able to do anything. Yes, they are. They take out Enmity and are going to be able to heal up just a bit before they want to get onto this site. Obviously, though, here's the problem. They have to try to put that bomb onto a point with still 2 players alive, Cats and Uria, and this is that sniper brought out, but it's going to be the sniping from the main parking lot taking out those players, and that's already 0.1 of Vovin.
Yeah, already a nice start coming in for them here in the Search and Destroy. Obviously, a lot more rounds to be played through here, so it's still not the end of the world for the side of Orlando Outlaws, but not how you want to start things off here, of course. Let's see if maybe on the defensive side, things can work out better for them here, man. But again, Vovin really showing how fast-paced they are, how you know, dominant they are on the map, just taking control wherever they can. And, you know, let's see if they can do it again here on this attack, as the nades are going to be thrown. Trophy systems are already going to be thrown out here. And Senna already making his way over towards that bomb site. Cat's finding that kill there onto Malice to start things off. Once again, getting that first blood poison, trying to see if he can maybe catch one in top office. Got to be careful. You see Uria with the snipe. Amity finds another one. 2v4 situation once again here. Got to see if maybe they can pull it back once again. Able to at least find that first kill onto Senno. 2v3 now. Wow.
I mean, those early picks are doing such a wonder here, but they are going to get some info, and information is key here. With a snipe in the hands of Uria, is going to spot him and jumps right into the crosshair. Man was aiming at the guy on the roof. Oh, unfortunate. Orlando losing yet another round there. So I'm not too happy about that for them, but I don't know. I gotta see what Amity perspective was, because it was just a clean lineup.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that specific power position, that top office power position is just so good, man. I mean, you really are able to just take down anyone trying to hold down that P3 heady, and it's just impossible to hold it down if you're on the side on that P3 heady because you got so many people looking at you at the same time. You know, you got the sniper, you got the ARs. It's just really hard to stay alive when you're in that position. That's where, you know, you got to try and get as much control here. And Parrish pulling up the sniper. It looks like they may be wanting to try and focus on pushing through mid here, see if that's going to work out for them. But Malice gets taken down once again. First blood for this round. Oh, the Cat's going to get caught off guard, trying to be a little bit too aggressive. Going to get punished there by Sakai. And now it's going to get evened out 3v3 here at Bomb. Going to be stuck inside of the bathroom. See if maybe they can grab it there. I'm not sure if anyone on the side of Vovin even knows that the bombs dropped down, but Senno going to get taken down as well. Finally, Outlaws have the lead here in the lives. This might be a good opportunity for them to try and maybe take this round, but obviously we got to see if Uri can find another snipe here, man, because this guy has been absolutely getting it done, and oh my god, Jesus, you cannot chow this guy with a sniper. Gotta be careful, man. Holy.
Well, this guy's got Skywalker in his name, so let's see if from the top they can try their best. Always seems to be the last player standing. Now, I don't know if that's a fault of theirs or the enemies, but let's see. That bomb is, of course, needing to try to get planted, and they're just getting aggressive with it. But with only 17 seconds remaining, if you lose on time, you're not going to be looking too clean. They are going to finally hit that A target, but Amity and Uria have been just so clean with it. And
yeah,
baits the plant. Oof.
What's going on here? Okay, well, he at least gets Mom down here. Oh, he gets the kill there. All right, 1v1. Sakai versus Amity. See who's going to be able to take it now. And Sakai, with the bomb down, just needs to just play his life. Wait for Amity to go in for the chow. Amity trying to desperately check every angle possible. Was not able to find Sakai everywhere. But he's on top of the bomb. Gonna try and look for the Sakai dropping down on him. Amity, oh my
Oh.
goodness, with the pistol shots again. Amity with these pistol shots are just, it's just unbelievable, man. It really is.
Yeah, every time I see Amity getting these shots off with the pistol, it just reminds me of the OG tutorial where they say it's always faster to switch to your pistol instead of reloading. And it's funny because you don't really see it that often, but Amity just took those words to heart and has been proving it time and time again. But let's switch these sides, and hopefully, what I need to know is what are the comms like for Orlando Outlaws here?
No.
Never mind. We're not doing that.
Yeah, we don't do listen-ins and search and destroys.
Oh,
God, those comms are
so fun.
No, you gotta. Those comms are private, man. Those comms are private. It's very different in search and destroy. But either way, nades and stuns being thrown. Parrish almost gets taken down here. Has got to be very careful not to get thrown out. But bombs are already gonna get planted on this B side, and Vovin are just so fast with it, man. I mean, it's just Orlando Outlaws really cannot, just do anything. I mean, they're really just letting Vovin get onto this B side with no pressure whatsoever. Senno finding that first blood just like that. And already having some trouble. Sakai trying to get something done here. Is already going to be running into Uria with the sniper. Got to be careful. Uria, going to get taken down this time. Sakai with another one. Already looking good here. Amity, 1v3 now. What is he able to do? Only a couple of more seconds remaining on the bomb clock, however, so he can definitely keep this going. He finds one. All he has to do is stay alive and keep watch of the bomb site, putting in that pressure. They have to go in for the defuse here. The shots are coming in, and oh my god! You cannot let that happen if you're on the side of Orlando Outlaws. Wow. Losing
a 1v3. And honestly, I'm sad that I can't listen to their comms because I want to know how much they're raging right now because they cannot clutch a 3v1 there. Hopefully we could see something, but honestly, this could just be all it needs to end this round right now. So I'm a little bit
emotional damage.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Wow, Vovin are just taking it over, man. I mean, it has just been, all these rounds have just been in their favor. I mean, Orlando Outlaws are just not finding a lot, but Parrish at least getting the first blood here. And I think that was probably the first or second time they got the first blood in these search and destroy rounds. But
how do you lose that?
That's another one.
How do you lose that?
Oh my god. It is just not looking good. Orlando Outlaws really just not getting any luck whatsoever here in this search.
Yeah, no luck. But is it luck that really determines whether or not you win in a game like this? No, it's skill. And unfortunately, they're getting skill diff to all hell. As right now, it's just going to be, again, a 2v3. But they only need one player to clutch it up to win this round. But look at that positioning. Walks into your crosshair. Cat's on the double yet again. And now Amity's going to clean this up with only one on point. It's going to be Poison to really find that final clutch. But 30 seconds here. Not really sure if he's got enough time.
I mean, it's going to have to be now or never, man. I mean, Vovin only one more round away from reaching map point, and at least from what we can tell here, man, it's going to be happening. Vovin, they get to map point, and I gotta say, man, Orlando Outlaws are just, they're getting outplayed. They are getting outplayed, and it's just as plain and simple as that. They're just really not able to compete against the likes of Vovin, and it's really just showing right now. I mean, Amity's 10-1. This guy has been absolutely taking over this map, and it's just not been fair whatsoever. Malice is still on the donut right now. It's got to see something change up. They're literally going to have to go for the full reverse sweep if they do want to see this Search and Destroy go into their favor. But like I said, man, Vovin doesn't seem like that's going to be happening. Not going to let that happen whatsoever. Let's see if Orlando Outlaws can at least change up their playstyle here. Get the first blood once again, so that's a great start. At least trying to take over this B side before Vovin can really get it done.
That's Malice's first kill.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and second.
Oh.
Maybe they might have turned on their monitor. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Because case in point, if you don't remember, back in Hardpoint, Malice was also not doing too hot. I believe the last time I checked their score, it was 9-30. It did not look good. But let's see if it's going to be good enough here with now just 2 to clutch. But as you pointed out, Amity only has died once, ain't planning on dying again. 30 seconds on the clock here.
Oh my goodness, and we have Seno on the white truck. You already know how good of an AR player he is. He finds one just like that, and oh, gets caught out by 2 players here, and now it's going to be all left up to Amity, who finds one. Can he find the second player here? Poison left by himself, has to go in for the defuse. 10 seconds remaining. Amity on the other side already has his eyes on the bomb, and just like that, it is safe to say Vovin have been able to secure the 6-0 search and destroy sweep. I mean, wow. Wow. That is... Oof. This is a more dominant series than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah, and this is a little bit beyond domination. Obviously, these were rival teams at some point, but something has changed for Orlando Outlaws. Maybe they're just not good at the map of Embassy, though, because now we're going to be moving into the map of Hotel. So with that in mind, they can try to bring this back with hopefully a little bit of a better score line for them and a different map that maybe suits their playstyle better. But at the same time, I'm seeing just an underperformance in certain characters. For example, Malice. Only kills they got were that final round out of 6. So
yeah, I mean, it's just the slaying power from the side of Vovin is just so much, you know, it's just so much for them to handle, man. I mean, they are, again, the aggression is there. Orlando Outlaws are really not, you know, able to do a lot. And it's just this map pressure is being put onto them, and it just doesn't seem like they're able to respond whatsoever. And so, yeah, maybe Embassy, maybe that's just not their map, you know? I mean, it is a map that's mostly about, you know, AR presence. It's about holding down power positions, and obviously from what we can tell, you know, that's really something that they are not really that good at. So maybe in Hotel things are going to change, but I mean, to be honest with you, Hotel is just kind of the same thing, you know? It's a map about holding down big control points. I mean, I mentioned this in Control. You could get the A side easily, get that extra minute quickly, but I mean, it's like, you know, with B, you have top bedroom, and if you're not able to hold top bedroom, you're not going to get a lot done, and it just, you know, they have not been able to prove to us that they can hold down good map control one bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, of course, what we are going to be doing right now is we're going to be taking a peek over at what is next. Hopefully, Hotel's right around the corner, but what is the best part of a hotel? It's that you stay there on vacation. So we're going to go on a little vacation here, an intermission with these players just for a brief amount of time. Game 3 is going to be right around the corner, so stick around, everybody. Yeah, and we'll be back. welcome back, everybody. Of course, thank you to, again, our sponsor, Gorilla.gg. Check them out if you ever want to host a tournament and maybe even create some stuff for your own. So if you like what you do see here at K7, make sure to also check that out over at Gorilla, because they are one of the major reasons why I get paid, and so does Kimchi. So let's talk a little bit now about Hotel, because we're getting right back into it soon. Maps and modes, we've got so much to do. I don't know if this is going to go to that fourth map of Mercado, but it's all up to this control on Hotel.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Hotel is basically where it can end. I mean, it's just something has to change here for the side of Orlando Outlaws. It's got to be some sort of switch in their strategy, some sort of switch in their gameplay, because so far they have been trying to, get some kills onto Vovin. Not been happening whatsoever. They have been trying to get, aggressive. It doesn't work out. There has to be something that changes here, and I gotta say, man, if it doesn't, then it might just be the end of the series just like that.
Yeah, it might just be the end of the series here, but what I'm also looking forward to is seeing how Hotel is going to hold up against these players. Obviously, the best case scenario is that these guys just get these shots down and hopefully take this game back. But with that being said, we are going into game 3 of this best of 5, so anything is capable, and I'm just hoping to see some real shots get connected right now from the side of Orlando mainly.
Yeah, honestly, got to see a big step up coming in from these guys here, especially from Malice, who has been kind of underperforming here throughout this entirety of the series. See if maybe he can step things up here, but let's see how this is going to go. They're starting on the defensive side, which may work into their favor here, but you already see that Vovin focusing everything on this B side. They got through mid just like that, able to push their way into the spawn now, and now Orlando in a bit of a pickle here, but you do see that one of the players was able to make it a top bed, so maybe we could see something different happen here, but never mind, that player gets taken down, and so far, everyone on the side of Orlando Outlaws is getting picked off one by one, not even being able to get close to this point, and it's safe to say that Vovin take out this B side just like that, and all it's left up to A, and now it is looking scary here for the side of Orlando Outlaws.
Yeah, it's not looking too clean. Already we're seeing Skywalker 3 deaths down, and honestly, this is a map where every death counts, so let's see if they're going to be able to pick it up. Malice, though, actually gets one, but perish, making some enemies perish, and hopefully keeping that kind of streak going, but they've already managed to cap 1 point B, and they're ready to try to hit A to finish off this round pretty early on. Seno holding everything forward and just gunning them down, making this look easy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I mean, Vovin are just not... They're really just chilling, man. I mean, looking at it now, it doesn't seem like they're having any sort of issues whatsoever. I mean, Orlando Outlaws are at least putting in some, putting in some difficulty for Vovin, not making it too easy for them to capture this side, but... I mean, it's a minute and 30 remaining, and 19 and 17 for the live, so honestly, this actually doesn't look too bad for Orlando Outlaws here, but you gotta really worry about how long they're able to hold down this A side, especially with how Vovin are just already making their way through the kitchen, already putting in the pressure to the front. There's only one player here to really try and attack them, and that was, I think, Malice. And now he's gone, so they're hopping onto that side and stacking up, and Orlando Outlaws spawning all the way on the other side of the map. We gotta see something happen. There's a few multi-kills. Trades need to happen. Yuria able to find 3 once again, as the second take is gonna get captured. He's already pushing into the spawn of Orlando Outlaws already. Not looking good here, but that's gonna be 3 people down from the side of Vovin. Amazing break, but there's still 1 player left with almost about to get it, but Poison able to stick alive, but the trade's there, and just like that, Orlando Outlaws still staying alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're running out of those lives. Hopefully now bridging that gap that there was. It was 17 to 12, and here we go. Finally, we're seeing them be able to hold it, but no, it's going to be Cats and Seno cleaning house there and making sure that A is going to be their place to play, and they are finally just going to finish off the capping and take that round beautifully. But that's round 1. It's first to 3. There's not a lot of room for error.
Oh, yeah. At least, I will say this: Outlaws, they were able to at least stand for a little bit. You know, they were at least able to hold on to that side, A side, for a lot longer than I had expected. To be honest with you, I thought Vovin was just gonna straight up run into A side and capture it just like that, and we'd have like a minute round. But I mean, You know, at least Outlaws, they show they can at least hold things down. It's just that they're not capable of holding it down for long. And now we're heading into this, we're heading into this attacking round here for the side of Outlaws, and we gotta see if maybe things can change up here. Seems like they're gonna focus on hitting out through mid and try and get this done. They get the first blood here onto Amity, and does seem like they're focusing on pushing out this B side here, which is a good way to start things off, but you gotta worry. You do see that Uria's already in top secret, and just like that, the trade's gonna come in at least. Now, I think it's a good opportunity to maybe try and stack, but they're just kind of waiting to get some more map control, maybe waiting for that fourth player to come in, but no, he's all the way on this A side here, putting in some pressure as well, and so far, this is a pretty decent looking round here so far. Poison, if he can win this 1v1 against Seno on this side, oh, the trophy system's going to come into play here. Poison already going to get that first pick onto the A side, and it's looking good here for Outlaws on this attacking round.
It is looking good. They're managing to hold this point pretty well. B actually might be under the control here. One tick capped, and nope, it's a clean nade. Oh, I gotta love that. And already I say one thing and they do another, taking this back, and hopefully we'll be able to try to cap this. But I think what Vovin has to do here is just whittle down the HP, the lives remaining here. But it's Orlando who's seemingly turning on their game and maybe up their game sense as well.
Yeah, honestly, they're really doing a lot better than I would have anticipated in this control. Maybe the fact that Embassy is just not their best map was just the reason why they did not do so well in those last two maps. But I mean, obviously, we got to see they are able to at least take the A side, get that extra minute on the round time. Let's see if Parrish can do something. Able to make his way into P4 here with no one actually noticing him. He finds Seno, and that's already going to be some problems here for the side of Vovin on towards the side of the map. Malice able to make his way into the reception, now looking to see if he can find some kills here. And Outlaws finding a lot of great stuff going on, but you do see that Uria, you do see that there's a few players on this side of Vovin on this bedroom control, and it's, again, something that I've mentioned is where you need to have top bedroom control if you are trying to get your way onto that B side. If you do not have it, it is going to be basically impossible for you to try and get it done. But we'll have to see if that is going to be the case here, because Vovin are just, again, locking it down, and they're just not allowing Orlando Outlaws to really get close to this point.
Yeah, honestly, right now at this point, it's really Orlando's Outlaws game. Vovin, yes, they've done a decent job getting some picks, but honestly, no, they're not doing that hot. It's only up to Seno to maybe get 1 or 2, but they're down 6. Oof. And this triple might be able to fix that up a bit, but what is that? Diving in head first into Parrish, just to Parrish, not the best, but 11 lives versus 17 with the A point, 30 seconds on the clock. It's just going to be, can VE seal the deal here?
See if they can try and hop onto this B side. Less than 20 seconds remaining on the round clock. Cat's able to find a nasty 2-piece there, trying to hold it down from mid. Malice making his way through as well. Nice shots coming in from Malice with the SMG. Oh my goodness. This guy has turned it around for sure, but with only 5 seconds remaining, no one on the side of Outlaws is going to be able to make it to the point here. And just like that, Vovin are able to stick it through at the end and able to bring it to series point here against Orlando Outlaws. Again, still keeping the domination in their favor.
That, you gotta feel bad about that. I mean, the fact that you had already capped the point, you already were winning on lives, and you lose to time. Because time heals all wounds, but also it's sometimes the thing that kills us all. But let's see if it is going to be good enough. We've watched time and time again Orlando Outlaws get swiped from underneath them. And will that finish this off? 3-0 sweep in this round and a 3-0 sweep in this best of 5.
Yeah, man. I mean, I gotta be honest, there's a lot of moments in that last round where we saw them able to try and at least push through and maybe have an opportunity to get onto these sides. They were just playing a little bit too slow, and that's just kind of the thing that we've been seeing here with Orlando Outlaws, is that they are playing way too slow, and Vovin are just running through them here. And like they're just gonna try and do the same thing they did in the first round they won, get this B side in their favor here. But Orlando Outlaws keeping that away from them, pushing them out, not gonna allow them to get onto this B side so easily here. But Cat's looking to get something going here, but he's going to get quickly traded out. Malice on this A side as well, having a lot better of a performance than we've seen him have, and now here we go. Already some progress being made on this B side. Malice coming in for the flank. He finds one. Can he try and find the second here? Cat's looking for the child, but Cat's going to shut him down. Not going to happen just yet. Progress still being made on that B side.
Yeah, honestly, the progress is being made, but it's forcing them off. And actually, with all of that progress in this control, I'm not seeing either team have that much control. But no, it's actually all in the hands of VE so far. Hopefully, Psyche Skywalker is going to be able to get these picks, but they're just taking so much damage, and they're just gunned down. VE up 2 lives and a point. Can they seal this off? They only got 2 minutes remaining.
I mean, yeah, it's just that, you know, Outlaws are really, again, struggling once again. They got to try and hold this down. The break's coming in from behind, so able to find another one here and is going to try and hold down this spawn, but getting it quickly taken down. Yuri also going to lose his gunfight against Parrish, I believe, and just like that, it is going to still be in favor of maybe Outlaws, but look at the 4-man push coming in here from the side of Vovin. It's just absolutely flooding into this A side, but it's just back and forth trades coming in from both of these squads. Obviously, Orlando trying to stay alive here. This is basically their series on the line if they are not able to hold it down, but Yuri able to pick up 2. Amity with the pistol shots to make it 3, and now the progress, the stack is being made. There goes the second tick right there, and Outlaws are spawning all the way on the other side of the map, and I don't even think they would be able to make it in time, to be honest with you, and no, they aren't. Vovin Esports with the 3-0 sweep in the control, and a 3-0 sweep just like that in the series. Wow.
Honestly, you know, I don't think that Orlando could have held a site if you stapled it to their hand. It just did not work for them there. It was unfortunate, but at the same time, I have to give a massive props to Vovin. They were just able to constantly keep up with each other, not only keep up with the enemies, but also make sure that you're keeping up with your teammates, being able to hit those shots when you needed to, do the damage that you needed to, and hopefully keep that going. But with that being said, hello everybody, welcome back. Let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen next. Obviously, this best of 5 is not going to be going in the way of Orlando, but of course, it's K7. It's just one match day of a long season ahead of us. 6 here, and I am a robot apparently. One sec, let me just wipe that off my screen. There you go. So we're good.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, obviously not the start that maybe Orlando Outlaws really want to have here against Vovin, but I gotta say, man, Vovin came in different. They were looking to be on top of their A game, and I mean, it's just, we saw it, man. It was what we mentioned, you know, both squads want to start off the best that they possibly can, and what's not better than a 3-0 sweep? I mean, they did an awesome job there, and they're looking to be a very scary team in their division. We got to see if maybe Outlaws can have a bit of a better performance with Vovin. I mean, man, that is just the best possible start you probably want to have.
Yeah, honestly, that is an amazing start there, being a 3-0. That's just 3 dubs, no L's for the side of Vovin. But if you're taking 3 L's away from that Outlaw, it's not going to be looking too good. And honestly, if you're going to name your players Parrish and Malice, that just means bad and dead, all I'm saying. So let's see if they're going to be able to maybe come back, of course, in these other matches, hopefully soon, to get this damage going. But I believe that is all that we have for today. I think it was just going to be Vovin versus Orlando. I could be wrong about that, but I'm probably not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else planned. Maybe there is a match later tonight. I don't think so, to be honest with you, but
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, there was a stream going on, or not a stream, a match going on while we were streaming here. Big Body Gang versus Kingsman GG, and Kingsman acting like the agents in the movie, 3-0 sweeping it just like Vovin here today. So, honestly, I can't wait to see that standing get updated and watching these guys really just keep taking their W's. And hopefully and unfortunately seeing some teams taking the L's. But with that being said, it's been an honor casting back again here at season 6 of the wonderful League K7 here. And of course, thank you again to our sponsors, Get Good Technologies and Gorilla, of course. If you guys want to check out those sponsors, make sure to bet they're going to be in the chat, but also you can probably see them in the about, or just go to gorilla.gg. Kimchi, it's been an honor casting with you. Any final thoughts?
I gotta say, man, again, Vovin, they're looking to be a very scary roster in their division. I mean, there's a lot of good teams in this league right now, a lot of teams to watch, a lot of teams that might be able to pull off another maybe championship victory here. I mean, this is honestly looking to be another competitive season, and I cannot wait to see what other teams are going to be able to do here. But man, oh man, it is looking to be another season of K7, another awesome season of K7, and I cannot wait to be a part of it. Honestly, I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah, same here. I'm very happy to not only be here casting with you, but just be here in general at the K7 League. But with that being said, Kimchi, you're Kimchi Dagoon. Where can people go if they need to find you to cast for them?
Of course, I am always active on my Twitter. Of course, I always like to cast my Twitch. I'm also more active on my YouTube, TikTok, and Kick. So if you want to go check me out on all those social medias, it is all going to be under Kimchi Dagoon, of course. And Edu, you want to say anything else?
Honestly, I'm just happy to be here again. But if anybody wants to see me as a caster, you can find me on Twitch as Education and YouTube, which is Education, but with a little cautiousness to it. And of course, if you guys want to be looking at someone to thank for this wonderful production, I gotta shout out the man, the myth, the hero here as well. So thank you for Hero for always being a W producer. But I think that's all that we have for tonight. If you guys want to check me out on Twitter, it's just going to be this name right here. Absolutely. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time, next match day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be careful because Benji, he's trying to get that kill. Never mind.
Making it so that if they try to go for aspect here at the end, quick transfer, expect them to with the iconic legends.
Wasn't expecting anything less coming in from him. And you also gotta look at Iconic here, man. This guy's already on a 4 spree looking to get that
Mentality to try and hold on and this round if you can.
From the side, a natural talent, Hype Esports. They're just gonna rush on in. Ryan is shooting at every single. Oh!
So far, not the case. Night Marchers, they have controlled it themselves. Looking to find his way forward, finds the first, and the second. Not quite the third just yet. The time still sticking in the favor of the Night Marchers. As